What's going on?
Well, all right. Well, aside from my dog barfing all over my couch, which is the newest news, I had a fucking experience yesterday. So the long and short of it is that we have a minivan for the family, and it is on its last legs. It
Oh,
is in the process of becoming too old to use. So yesterday we went down to a dealership and went through the process of getting a new car. Right?
okay. Okay. Now, very important question. I just right off the bat. You have the option to have that car up on bricks that you can always
Forever.
do
We
forever,
might.
right?
Oh,
And
it's
and
tempting.
and the boy can see you like knocking around a little bit. You're I don't know what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
you could just you always got the car up on bricks in the garage. You're working on something.
So the details aren't super important. What is important is that you talk to the fakest piece of shit you've ever met in your life, who is going to try and sell you the thing you literally came in to get.
What can I do to have you driving out of here in a new Honda today?
And then they fake laugh at everything you say, literally anything you say, and you're like, I want to put a gun in my mouth. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. But we're gonna be polite because that's how you do these kinds of things. And then they kick you down to the guy who discusses like how to actually pay for the goddamn thing. And of note here is that we encountered the most divorced person we've ever met in our
Oh,
life.
no, not the divorced car salesman.
Dude,
That's a
being paid.
that is a type of dude that is never going extinct, man.
Okay, bro, we're like
Oh.
literally holding hand, like grip, like each other to keep from like screaming out loud because the dude is like, because we gotta go through all the fucking paper, it takes like hours, right? And so we're sitting there and how's the family, and oh, you guys are out here, and the endless fucking the endless fucking chit chat with a person that you don't want to talk to. And as he's telling us, we're like, oh, we've been together for such and such a time, right? And he goes, yeah, I'm living on my own now due to the divorce. Is like like unprompted. Like he asked the question and then we responded and then he respond. And so we're like, oh, so we're talking about like screen time for the kids. And he's like, well, it's really hard for me to monitor all of my kids' screen time because they're with their mom most of the time because of the divorce that I'm going through. And we're like, cool.
Are you
And we're talking about like she's like making a gag at my expense. She's like, "Oh, when I met this guy, he was eating too many cookies, but now he's better, he's healthier now, and blah blah blah." And he's like, "Well, I'm an unsupervised adult now, so I can eat as many cookies as I want because I'm getting divorced right now."
okay? Now
And
is it
like,
is it coming out from a place of old Gil and the wolves are at his door? So
no,
please help, or is
it's
it
coming
just
out as
this?
like this is what the guy has.
This is
This
my
is like
nightmare every
in my
day.
in my personal
Yes.
relatable story
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything has to be prefaced with because I'm getting divorced, because every answer he gives is like weird until he says I'm getting divorced.
Right. Okay. That's it. So it's not please help me. It's I get to sleep in a race car and I'm eating my Chef Boyardee. Do you
Right?
get to sleep in a race
So
car?
like the moment that we knew it was like inescapable is like we're chit-chatting about like the neighborhood that we're in right now, and we're like, oh cool, so you're over there, right? Oh, that's cool. And he's like, well, I'm not actually there now, I'm actually in this neighborhood because I'm renting. And then like we're literally like holding our breath because the family home is over here, and
Yeah.
I'm renting over here
Yeah.
because I'm getting divorced.
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
was, I couldn't fucking believe it.
Okay.
Couldn't believe it.
So to offer old Gil here just the most charitable of desperate car salesman takes reads here. There is somebody who has moved into our neighborhood
Yeah.
Of the people that we're meeting and stuff, and someone new moved in, and so we were kind of like getting to know them and such. And it is it is a mom that has moved in that has a couple kids, and there was a divorce, and for sure every single every conversation,
every single thing
has to come back to it, because it's the biggest, most all-encompassing only thing going on.
Woolie,
and there's
you got a baby recently, right?
Yep.
So every conversation somehow leads back to the fact that you have a baby now, right?
That's it.
Because it's this wide overarching thing, right? But if you got divorced, the divorce now affects everything discussion you would ever have about the baby.
Yes.
It's now actually about the divorce.
Exactly. And so I'm like, okay, this is going to be just the regular discussion point, and I can understand because of how all-encompassing it is. But yes, what you're describing, I have witnessed recently for myself.
It's like, and so we're like, you're holding, when you hold your wife's hand, you're like, you're both trying to keep each other from just like losing it in somebody's face, just laughing. So this is happening. This scenario is happening, but we sit down and we starts going over like details of like, insurance and stuff like that. And Paige picks up a car, like a toy car, off his desk and starts going vroom, 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 and is like leaves, like just leaves mentally completely. And I have to be like, Paige, he wants to ask you if you need life insurance on me for the car if I die. And she's literally going, vroom, vroom. Like, no, you should have taken your Adderall today. No.
Oh, big adult conversations are happening. These are, you're doing it. Good stuff. This exchange is going great.
And then my personal favorite. We go through all the paperwork, go through all this. And I'm like, all right, I'm ready to put a down payment on this car. And he goes, cool. Where's your check? And I'm like, it is 2025, sir. I do not carry a checkbook.
Yeah.
He's like, I will wire transfer you. And he's like, oh, we don't do wire transfer here. Are you okay? I'll use my credit card. Well, we don't do credit card payments over like $1,000 here. Oh, okay. It's like, so how do you want me to do this? He's like, call your bank and tell them to okay a debit. And I'm like, they're not going to do that. He's like, they do it all the time. So I call my bank and they're like, no, I'm not going to let you debit a down payment on a car. Are you crazy? This is not how they sounded. This is how they meant. So, okay, we'll go to a fucking bank before it closes and get a fucking bank draft. And then I'm at the bank,
man.
I know. I'm at the bank. I'm at the nearest bank getting a bank draft. And the guy at the thing is like, oh, yeah, what dealership is that? I'm like, this one. Oh, yeah, we do that all the time for those guys. I'm like, they didn't tell me I should come in with a bank draft. They didn't? No. Why not? And I'm like, I don't know why not. Why are you asking me why they didn't tell me something?
Well, they would have.
So then I called the reception because I need to get the name of the dealership perfect on the draft, right? To make sure it goes through. And the reception goes, oh, yeah, just make it out to so-and-so, so-and-so. We do those all the time.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going? I had to listen to you talk about how divorced you are for an hour and a half, but you couldn't tell me that I needed a fucking bank draft to put it. What the fuck is happening?
Because of the divorce, you see. That's why. Oh man, yeah.
Like, and I'm like, what? And I at one point I'm like, what did you expect me to do? Did you want me to walk up with like an envelope full of cash? He's like, some people do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Cash purchase. You know, how else you gotta, do you know how expensive these lawyers are? Do you guys have any idea? You know, yeah. Wow. Okay.
That was crazy. Anyway,
I mean, look, I understand. Of course, there's the necessity of like needing to go look at and then test drive the car and everything. The idea of the seedy car salesman still being a thing that you have to deal with is just like,
why is cars the only product that's like this? That every single person there is like a criminal.
So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Like, for all the fucking the infinite list of dumb shit talking about Elon and Tesla, one thing about the thing was you can buy a car and then it would drive up to your place,
your house,
or whatever, and it's like, yeah, no, that's not happening, obviously. But the idea that you could buy a car and then it would show up like a package from a store you've ordered from is ideal and preferable to having to go down and dealing with the dealer. Like, I wish you could get it like that. You know,
also buying a house is similar, where like your realtor is a criminal.
It's been this way forever, and it'll continue to be this way. You know, and you gotta get a greasy handshake done to drive off with your car. There's no way getting around it, and I wish you could just boop buy it, cash, money, transfer, whatever, etc., and then get it showing up at your place. You know?
Like, the other thing is that, like, you call the dealer and like, okay, we're going to come in and we're going to do the paperwork and all this stuff. And we're like, oh, how long is that going to take? 90 minutes tops. It's like, every time I've ever had to do any paperwork with a car, it is not 90 minutes tops. It's literally until they close the dealership down. Like, it literally takes you the entire fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
So thank God we got a babysitter. We're like, well, we shouldn't have the little guy with us. It might run long. It did. It took us like 5 hours.
I mean, and these jobs run on commission. So this whole process is going to be, there's a bunch of upsells and extra questions and a bunch of extra paperwork and bullshit that takes extra long. But that's the sale for the day. And then you can afford one more week of lawyer negotiations.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So,
You know my favorite part about talking to divorced CarMan was? My favorite part. So we mentioned
is that a Death Stranding?
Yeah, divorced CarMan.
CarMan.
We end up talking to him, and we chit-chatting about screen time and YouTube and because he's got kids, right? And he doesn't see them as often as he should because he's divorced. But and he monitors their, what they're seeing on YouTube and stuff like that. And we're talking about, we're private. We don't put our kids on Facebook. And he's like, yeah, no, I don't do that either. I can only do so much because I'm like, literally, it's fucking every single fucking response. But we get to the part where we're talking about new technology because streaming is like a tech adjacent industry. I'm like, hey man, just a piece of advice. Don't put your financial information into ChatGPT. And then he didn't say anything. I'm like, also, don't ask ChatGPT any legal questions. It's not a lawyer. They can subpoena it. And he looks me dead in my eyes and goes, huh, really? They can subpoena that shit? And I went, yeah, dude, it's not a lawyer. And he went, huh, cool. And I'm just sitting there going like, yeah.
Also, it'll just lie and give you the wrong answer, and then when called out, be like, yeah, I lied.
Dude, it's like,
hey, this spreadsheet is bullshit. None of the things that I sent you were in that. Yeah, I couldn't actually read the spreadsheet, so I just made it up.
And like the little pieces are like fucking falling into place. It's fucking, oh my God.
Wow.
Like you could tell that my warning was way too late. Like way too late. But whatever, that's your life.
Well, so the question is Chat GPT being asked how to process the legal aspects, or is Chat GPT, if you go far enough back, is it being asked how to get the spark back?
Oh, no.
Right? Where does the line of questioning begin? This is depressing. This is rough.
So like me and Paige like blew a whole day. We got a car out of it, so that's nice. But like we're having dinner, I'm like, it's okay because we got a story.
Sure. Sure.
It was a miserable fucking experience, but it's a win because we're laughing about the story. Like that's that's our positive outlook.
Yeah. Anyway, there's something cool about having that car up on bricks in the garage.
There kind of is, but like at the same time, it is trashy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And well, here's the thing: if I was either of my neighbors who are like tall, fit, handy men, having it up on bricks in the front yard would be like, yeah, all
we're
right,
working
I'm
on
working
it. Yeah.
But like, not for me, man.
Yeah.
Not for me.
A couple of winters and fucking rust claiming it into nature goes by and you're like, yeah, I'm working on it. It's like there's a garden growing out of the front seat. What are you talking about? Yeah. Anyway.